Hello, welcome. This is a very special sheet improvement episode of Better Sheets. So I'm Andrew. I make Better Sheets, which is a tutorial video series of videos that help you do better at Google Sheets. I'm making these sheet improvement videos where I take an existing Google Sheet and I make it better. Well, in past videos, I've taken other people's Google Sheets and I've made them better. And in this video, I'm going to be taking my own Google Sheet and making it better. So this week, I was actually live on Build with Me by Doc Williams. Doc Williams' channel, I was live with him for an hour, and we presented Doc's Virtual Mall. So this is a spiritual descendant of Elliot's Virtual Mall. You can go check Elliot. If you are not aware of Elliot's Virtual Mall, about 3 months ago, it was a fantastic piece of internet history where people went and made a virtual mall. And in this case, Doc wanted his own mall where you could enter the elevator so you can navigate through the mall. Just like you do in a mall, you can go to the launch level and see all types of really cool. There's Doc's Build With Me channel. You can see some other. The Midnight Pub is here. Brand Factory, that's Doc's company. You can see Headline, CSS Scan, Repurpose, Society 2. If you go back into the elevator, we can go to level 2. You can also click on the tab here. But we thought this would be pretty fun to go through each level. You can see Big Pin Energy for Pinterest, Tweeting for Dollars, Buy My Notebook, Baron Fig. If you have a book for sale, you can still claim a store. So what we made available is that you can click this link, fill out the Google form, and you will have this storefront. So you can name your product, in this case a book, you describe it, and then a URL to it. The image should be an already hosted image URL. If you're having difficulty with that, you can always email me, andrew@campfeeapproved.com, or reach out, maybe comment on this video if you have a problem. If you're trying to claim a storefront and you can't, let me know. See, we already have the level and the store number here for you. We can just cancel that. I don't want that storefront now, because if we go to level 3, we have here on the right, Better Sheets. There we go. So Better Sheets already have a store. Big old, we got the Anchor store on the right. You can also, Neota has she mentors people's subconscious self. If you're a mentor, you have some more stores here for you. We also have a bunch of newsletters. If you're really interested in newsletters, go check them out, Land of Random. He was there. David was there with us live, watching us build this and watching us make this a little bit better. But the thing that is missing, there's my newsletter, Better Sheets. Go grab Google Sheet tips every single day, 5 days a week. I send a newsletter and a link to a video like this. You might be watching from that list already. But today, right now, at this exact moment, well, here, 1 second. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to introduce you to Doc. Go to Doc's channel, Build With Me. You can go find Doc Williams, Build With Me. Go subscribe. I'm already subscribed. He said he creates a new business. I think he actually creates 3 new businesses every single week with one AppSumo product, SendFox, King Sumo, Share Tribe. He made a Netflix here. What else has he done? Sweet Dash, Google Shopping, all kinds of cool stuff. If you're trying to build a business, go check out Doc Williams. Now, what are we going to do today? Well, something Doc and I talked about is a mall. Let me actually make this a little bit smaller so you can see the whole thing. You notice over here, parking lot has parking spots here I made. You can also click here to see a video on how to claim a store. I made a Loom video there. Again, you can click and check out Doc's YouTube channel. So when we were talking about this, we talked about sort of all the parts of a mall, right? Like, I think Elliot's Virtual Mall had like a basement. It even had a food court where you could hang out, right? In a mall, if you're a teenager, you go to the food court and you hang out with your friends, and you hang out with a group of friends. And we thought this would be a really fun idea, and we just didn't implement it yet. That's what we're going to implement today. We're going to create a food court where, and this is just my own thinking here, if you have any way to do this better, or if you wanted to add any different kinds of features, email me, let me know, comment on this video. If you want to see if you have an idea for an addition to this mall, you can email me any suggestions, and I'll try to make them. But we're going to add a food court where you can submit a link to, say, a Zoom or a Google Hangout, and it'll appear there for 24 hours, and then it'll disappear, and it'll put whoever else is there up on. So every, and I don't know exactly how we're going to do this. We're actually going to talk through this problem, and maybe we'll come up with a different solution or a different feature based on what we can do. But basically the idea is, here I actually noted it down. Put some notes here. So we want to be able to submit Hangouts. So that's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be a form, a Google form, with a link in the inside of the food court. They should appear for 24 hours and then disappear, right? So it should probably look like a food court in some way. Maybe we'll go grab some images of a food court or food court tables, cafeteria benches, or we might discuss how many people are available there. But yeah, if you want to host an event or have an event that's going on that people coming to this virtual mall might like, if I haven't said so yet, I don't think I did, you can make a copy of this. So the point of having this available and making this is not just for Doc. So this is Doc's mall, but you can have your own mall. And here, I'll show you how. So you copy and paste this link. I'm going to give you a link. And then I always get this wrong because I'm a little dyslexic. I think it's, template preview. So at the end, if you have a Google Sheet that you want to share, you don't necessarily want people going into the sheet, but you want them to make a copy. But you also want them to see what they're copying. Use this template /preview. And this is what it looks like. And so they'll actually be able to see the first page. They'll also be able to get this button that says Use Template, and when they use Template, it makes a copy. So I've said this in previous videos. If you're a member and watching this, you probably already know copy /copy at the end. If you do that, it just says, would you like to make a copy? Make a copy. But you can't see it. So sometimes people will just go into the sheet and they'll go into the sheet and look at it. But if they just want to see what it looks like, then adding this template preview makes it a whole lot nicer. It really just makes the experience a little bit better. So what you can do, if you are wanting to make a copy of this for yourself, if you enjoy seeing what I'm making and you want to use it, maybe you want to create your own business, you can add paywalls to this. You can add a paywall to grab a URL. You can grab the URL in all. Maybe you want to put up your products and you have a bunch of free products, but you want to pay for access to all of them. You can present it in this way. If you want to rent storefronts to people, you can create a virtual mall around a theme, maybe like a no-code virtual mall or newsletters. Maybe you have 20 newsletters you want to sell space to. You can do that with coffee links if you'd like. Coffee links are from Buy Me a Coffee. You can you can create a paywall with just a URL where somebody pays $3, $5, $10, $20 and they get access to a URL, which it could be this mall, or it could be the storefront to claim a storefront. Who knows? There's a lot of ways to make money from a virtual mall. So let's build a food court, right? I don't know exactly how this is going to go. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. We're going to build it as we go. I'm just going to take level 6 here. I'm going to make a copy, duplicate it, and I'll work with it here. So this is level food court. So that's one thing we want to change this name to. Let's do this for a hot second. Food court. And we want to put it on the elevator. So let's do this. Let's not do that. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay, we want to add a row here. Let's see if this works. We're one away. That's better. We don't care about that bottom. We do care about right there. We'll change this to 7. I think there's a... Nope, there's no... So we want to change this to just some question marks because we might want to add it later. That's what I want. There we go. We got that. This is... What is F? Level F? Let's change this to white. Food court. Let's make a link inside here to copy of level 6. So I can just do a copy of level 6, and then when I go and rename this, I'll rename it food court. This is renamed here. Oop. Doing Command U and changing to get rid of the underline. See, it's already renamed. Command K, sheets in this spreadsheet. We're just going to click food court. So we can create these internal links. They're really, really cutesy way to make navigating your sheets much, much, much easier if you have a lot of stuff going on. One thing I do want to do is for all of these, I guess it didn't get the format. Just make this a tiny little bit better. Yep, there we go. Now we have room for a 7th level if we want to add it. Or if Doc wants to add it. He'll be watching this video maybe later. I don't think I've told him that I'm going to make a food court for him. We talked about this on a call a couple weeks ago. But let's make it. So let's see here. I'm going to make this smaller. It's way smaller. Just want that to say food court. That's cool. All right, what should this in here look like? So I have this, what is this, URL? No, a formula where I'm looking at stores, but we're going to rewrite this later, so we don't need this. What we need are food court spots. So let me just gray out everything. Let's bulldoze through these, what are these, walls. We're just going to turn everything gray. What gray was it? Is it that gray? Nope, that was not the gray. One more down. I missed it, didn't I? One more up. Okay, that's the gray. Nope, that's not the gray we want. We do want it one more grayer. All right, that should be it. There we go. No, that's not it. Wonder what gray this is. Okay, this is getting me stumped. Maybe it is this one. Okay, whatever it is, it's that one now. So now that we have that gray, we are going to Command Y and just do that everywhere. You know what? I'm going to just take away these walls. Totally. We'll come back to these walls later. And we're going to do this. Gray out the walls to goat. We're just destroying everything in here. Actually, we want to also get rid of all of this text. We don't need this. We're just clearing the way. What is the next thing we need to do? We need to set up oh, that's a different gray. Oh, I'm really messing this up. Really. Well, that's a good thing with Google Sheets is that you can mess it up and then you can make it better later. All right, I'm going to move my face here. Let's do this. I want to just get rid of everything. All these borders. We'll do the borders again later. Let's do all gray. We'll figure out which gray this is. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, we're just getting rid of everything. We want to keep that shape. There we go. Okay, now we got space. So I guess the first thing we want to do is let's get this elevator back. A nice thick elevator there. We want the walls back. Actually, this should be gray as well. I guess that is gray. I can't really tell. There we go. What should we do? How should we set this up? Ooh, we have a bunch of merged stuff already. Maybe we can unmerge these things. That would clean it up a little. But do we care? Nah, let's create our form. We want to, one second. What do we want to do? Want a new form. Let's see, can we duplicate it? Nope, we don't want to do that. That is not what we want to do. One second, I'll be right back. Okay, I think we need to decide what do we want to display. We don't need images for this one. We'll make it a little different than our stores. What do we want? We want a URL, right? So we can do hyper equals hyperlink. And then the way hyperlink works is you can have text and a URL. So our URL is going to be, let's just put two things here, and then this is going to be the name of the meetup, okay? And then this will be HTTP meetup, whatever. We'll come back to this, meetup.com. That's what the name of the meetup will be. We want a nice description under it, right? So this will be just, well, it'll be equals something like index. Maybe we can look back here and I'll explain how this works, and then we can look at it again. All right, so how this works is it goes index filter. So it filters for anything in the store form. It makes sure that the store level is 6 and that the number of the store is here over on the left, 1. So all we need to do is create a few numbers, and we know our level is going to be food court, right? And so it's going to be something like index. Well, let's do filter first. Filter. Well, let's get the form. So that's it, right? We will need a name, a URL, and a description, right? So let's do that. Let's insert. We can always come back and do more after we do this. All right, food court. So this is name. This will be short answer. This will be description. Then URL. And it automatically makes sure that the makes sure that the data validation here is a URL. So name, description, URL, and then doubly check. We need level. Doubly check. I don't know what that means. What do I mean there? I mean this will be the level, so it'll be food court. We need this to say food court, and this will be spot court spot. Not spot, court store, court table number. That's it. So this will be short answer as well. And that's it. So we need the level number, the table number, and then we have this, right? We will come back and we will pre-fill in this, and I will show you how to do that. But right now, let's customize this theme a little bit. We like that purple. Is there maybe a yellow? Let's try yellow. It's our fonts. Formal. We want a formal one. Yeah. Keep that. Ooh, background. There we go. Docs virtual mall, food court, submission. And if we click send, we can get that URL. There we go. And this is what it looks like, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to pre-fill in these level and table in a second. But first we need this. Actually, we don't need that link yet. Let's go back here. We will keep this open and we'll come back to it soon enough. How are we going to do the table numbers? So let's undo this merge. So we have name of the meetup. We have the description here. Goes here, right? So where should we put the table number? I think for right now we're only going to put in a few tables. Like, I think because we have all these merged things. You know what? Let me just get rid of all these merged cells. They helped us before. Now they're hurting us because we want more room available for our tables. Unmerge. And then, why does it keep? There we go. What if I do this? Oh, I can't do that. What if I do this? Nope, none of these are merged then. Nope, these are all unmerged. I still need to unmerge. I can't. Well, that's... Okay, you have to select each individual one. Oh, that's going to be... You know what? I know how to find these. We need borders. Because we have somehow fooled ourselves. We don't... Okay, there is the structure. Now we see the borders. And all we need... This is so much easier to unmerge all of these. Oh, I can't do it. That. Unmerge. These are now unmerged. I'm going to unmerge this as well. We will come back to this later. Just unmerging all of these. It's probably the most boring video on earth, me unmerging it. But you're finding the internal struggle of making something that's modular like this. Okay, let's do something strange again. Let's just double check that these are all good. Oop, we have some more we didn't do yet. These are all the same. Okay, how should we design this? This is a bit of a toughie. We want a bunch of tables. We got these numbers. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have a number here. So let's do 1. We need the name. This is only wide because of this name. How much pixels is this? Resize column 15. So let's make everything 15 again, so it's uniform. 15, okay. There you go. And what we can do is we can just merge these. So that is readable. Well, a couple more. Okay, that's readable now. Now, what is a good size length? Not all the way. What is it? We want to fit. How many do we want to fit here? This is annoying me. All right. How many do we want to fit? Maybe 10 total. So what if this was up here? And then this didn't exist. And this didn't exist. So how do we do this? This is going to be like 2 here, 2 here, so that's 4, and then 6 across. So let's try this. merge those. And let's use 2, merge those. This is pretty small. We can do a little bit more. Okay. So let's look at that. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give it a couple spaces. We don't want to be too much in the corner there. That's good. And then I think we're going to do that. Gives us one more over. That's cool. So there's 2 spaces there, 2 spaces there. This is pretty symmetrical. Good. Let's do that again. Where though? Right here? Nope. One more over. And then we're going to do right here. Okay, so we have 8 so far. 4, 4, 4. And then we can actually fit probably 4 more. So we're going to get 12 tables in here. Cool. And we're off one there. Okay. So we have 12 tables. So what we need to do is change these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is super boring, right? This is what goes into making a really cool sheet. It's boring stuff of typing numbers in. All right, so we have our numbers. So these are table numbers, and what's going to happen is when we fill in, we're going to create a link here that says claim this. We're going to say claim this table, okay? And let's do that, right? So here our hyperlink. We know. Oh, what do we want? So we want it to say claim this table, but we need that link, right? Let's go grab that link. Let's make it. So what we're going to do is go up to these 3 numbers, go get a pre-filled link, and we want level food court. We want table 1, get link. Okay, copy link. And if I go and copy this link, at the very end it says view form. So it has the link of the entire form. Then it has a question mark, or view form, then a question mark. Then it says USP equals PP underscore URL. Then it says and entry, and it has this number. And this entry equals food court means that it's going to go right here where it says level. This is that each of these have an entry. I can actually show you. Let's see if this works. If we go over here to, we're inspecting. I am finding entry. See this entry here is this. So that's entry 8972. And there's 5, if you can see this number here, it says 1 of 5, 2 of 5, and each one has an entry. So entry.138, blah, blah, is the second one. Third one, fourth one is 0.185, and that's the same as here. And so all we're saying is that this URL, if we go here, is going to automatically enter the level and the table number, okay? We just have to iterate through the table number. And how do we do that? We go back to our malware, say, let's do this, equals, oh, we have the hyperlink here. Let's do this. Hyperlink equals, we're just going to put in here this hyperlink. And we're actually going to say, claim this table. And at the very end of this URL, if it's hard to see, sorry, but it says and entry.64 blah, blah, blah equals 1. Well, we don't want it to equal 1. We want it to equal whatever the table number is. So we go and we enter the cell of the number we want. So it's D3. Now what's going to happen is, oh, what's happening here? Oh, it's not D3, it's C3. Oh, so that reference error says it was referencing itself. That's why It didn't work. C3. There we go. So now this is a URL that points to the form. It's a pre-filled link, and it's going to point to table 1. Okay, so now as we copy and paste this, and it says claim this table, the C3 became R3 here. So I click this link, and now we have name, description, URL, food court, 2. See, that table is 2 because 2 is written in R3. So now as long as we have this URL here, we now know once you click this link exactly, we're going to leave here. We don't need any of these anymore. We'll come back to this form if we need to add anything else. But now, with this table number next to it, we know once we start filling in that form, we know where that's going to go. Okay? So, how do we get the description? Well, we want it to say equals claim this table. And we're going to change this later. We just want it to be we will eventually come back to it. Oh, I keep doing this. I'm just copy and pasting this. Before we go into this URL, we're going to do something funky. Okay, let's get a test so we know when we have successfully gotten it, right? So we're going to get table 1. We're going to say, hey, what's the name? Andrew's Meetup. And we're going to have come, hang out, and chat Google Sheets. That's what I love. And I don't know, it's going to be meetup.com / Google Sheets. Actually, you know what? I'm going to plug, if you have not, if you don't know yet, I have a Facebook group. And it is open to every single person who loves Google Sheets. I don't think it's going to work here, but yeah. So you have to go find I love Google Sheets. Let's find the URL. There it is. It's got 7 members now, so you can be an early member if you come and join our Facebook group. I'm going to put that in there just so that you know. Go to facebook.com/group/ I love Google Sheets. If you love Google Sheets, join. It's free and open to anyone and everyone. I'm dropping some links to the YouTube videos there. I'm answering questions there, but also it's for you to share your sheets. It's all I actually don't know exactly what I'm doing with this group yet. You are more than welcome to come into the group and hang out and share your experience in Google Sheets. Why do you love Google Sheets? You should probably tell us. Okay, so now we have a submission. We can go to our form. Let's rename this because we food court. All one word. Okay. So how do we get it? Well, we have this claim this table, and I know what I'm going to do. I know how this works. It's going to be if error, and if it's an error, it's just going to give us this. So there is no error yet, so we need to produce an error. What should we do? We actually can get rid of this because we can copy it from somewhere else. We can you absolutely know it. So what do we want? We want index filter. We want to filter food court here. And we want to filter it that, we want one more F. We want it to be food court F to F equals, what was it next to it? It was C3, right? And then food court, this is probably unnecessary, but equal, because we have it on a different form. I just realized this. If we were putting it in store, actually we could have put it in stores. We didn't have to create another form, but I did want to show you how to create a form, and you could do all sorts of different things with this. We don't actually have to do this, but I'm just going to do it just in case. You want to know how to use one of these levels. So we're just going to click here. So that says equals 1, and what F1 is food court. Okay? So we want... Oh, but it's all caps. Okay, 1 second. This is going to be interesting. So I did 1 there because index 1 is going to be the first part, which is that B column. But this is, oh, this is working. It is food court, actually. So it says food court here, I think. I don't know why. Oh, it looks like it's all caps because that's the font that I use. Oh yes, this Julius Sands one looks like all caps. It's not all caps. It is actually food court. So it is perfectly fine. I think it's case sensitive. So if this had actually said food court, I think it would give us an error. Oh, it doesn't give us an error. Okay, never mind. Never mind, that's not happening. Okay, so this is getting us the right thing. That is the name of the table. What we're saying is index 1. So we're saying once we filter this for these two, give us the first column. So that's Andrew's Meetup. We want the URL, which is the third index, to be the URL. So let's go back here. And we're going to add, so this is index 1. Let's copy this. We'll want this again. We're going to do equals hyperlink. And we're going to say the URL is 3. And now, oops, we have an error. Formula parse. Oh, I have an extra equal sign there. So now we have the name of the meetup, the first one, the URL to the Facebook group, again, plugging the Facebook group. Go to facebook.com, search for I Love Google Sheets. Come join us. Come join the 6 others and me over in the Facebook group of I Love Google Sheets. Available to Better Sheets members and non-Better Sheets members. Even if you're not a member of Better Sheets, you're more than welcome. If you are a member of Better Sheets, you're even more welcome. Actually, you're equally welcome. Not more. No one's more welcome than anyone else. We're all equally welcome. The description, this is going to be the same, except it is 2. Okay. But now, here's the thing, right? We do not have any other thing here. We have NA. It's going to give us NA. If we copy and paste this, it's going to give us NA. So we are going to get an error if there is nothing there for the table, and if there's nothing there for the name of the level. Okay, so with an error, this is great, we'll get all of this. Okay, so now we put at the beginning of, here we go, if error, put all that in. We want this. So, what did I do? If error, put at the very end over here, comma, all of this, and we put, take away that equal sign because that's going to give us. So now it says claim this table. So there's an error there. There is nothing to go there. So now we have an error, and now we say if there's an error, put this claim this table. Okay? Let me double check that that is correct. I think there's going to be an error here. What is the table number? 3. That's the wrong table number, right? So let's go here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see this a little easier. All right, what do we got here? We need to change. I bet you know already. If you're watching this and you're paying close attention, you know what we have to do. We have to do, oh, here it is. We have to change AV3 to R3. So where's AV3 is right here. Okay, change that to R3. And now, this says R3. This says R3. Oh, I just realized there's going to be another error. Over here, we should have done this. We should have put the C3. Needs to have the double $sign there to keep it the same. So that as we copy and paste it around the sheet, it doesn't change. Also, every one of these has to be $, or it's going to change. We use $sign when we want it to stay the same. So that E we do not want changing. F1, yes. No, we do not want F1 to change. We do want C3 to change it, however. So C3 should be that way. Wait, so this C3 should not be. But all of these need to stay the same, or they're going to move around. They're going to shift as we shift. Go E. Let's get that. F1. Wait, F1 is food court, so we need that to stay. All right, so everything's staying the same except for C3. All right, enter. This is the same. Put a little $sign there. Put a little $sign there. There is a keyboard shortcut to do this quote unquote faster, but my fingers don't work that way, and so I like just doing this. It's like function, I want to say it's function F4. You know, I always forget. Just because I can just add a $sign, it's easier to do that. All right, if we move this here, it's going to say NA, right? But we don't want that. We want this. We want if error, we want all of this, right? So we got to do it. Whoops. So actually, let's put it on here so we can copy and paste this one. So we say if error, and now we have this hyperlink. Oh, and actually, this one we wanted hyperlink to be. We didn't want a hyperlink. We wanted to just say claim this table. We just want the text. And now if I go here, claim this table, and everything is staying the same except it is changing to that table number. So that when we do have a table number and we have something there, it will have it. So, all right, we need to add, what we need to do is add this hyperlink to here. And go if error, comma, and now just double check. This is not going to be R3. This should be C3. But oops, we have an error or something. I think I added one more comma there. Good. All right, so this should still say claim this table. When we click this, it should have level food court table 2. Perfect. We have this done, and now we should be able to copy and paste this on every single one of these tables. And oops. Can't get around my head. And it should be, nothing should be changing except for C, like this one should be AV12. There we go. AV12, AV12, AV12. Perfect. All right. We have all of these done. And now, whenever we add a table, it'll have our name here and our description here. What else? We want, this doesn't look like a food court at all. Let's get rid of all of the these. How should we make this look? Probably just put a border around it for right now. Let's do this for now. It's probably going to be like this. We want to make this smaller. There we go. So these are all tables. They look like tables, right? They're squares. They're not really tables. They are squares. We need to fix the elevator. And then, you know what? One more thing I wanted to do is, how do we create a time limit? We wanted to filter these out. And we wanted to say, you know, if they haven't been added within the last 24 hours, let's say. So let's go back to our notes, right? So we can submit Hangout, did that insert? Where's it? Checkbox. All right, we want it to appear only for 24 hours, and we want them to disappear after 24. How should we do this? Well, on the form submission, we have something cool. We have a timestamp, right? And we can say anything, any timestamp that's not within the last 24 hours, we're not going to use that. All right, so in our filter, we have a filter here already. We have a filter, and we want to say, oh, and we're only saying B here. Okay, actually, we want to say A, because we want that filter. And then this index is going to change. So basically by moving the index from BF to AF, the index number, the column has to change. So we have to change that. So we have to remember to do that. So A to F, and then change this index to 2. Okay, so that should be okay. We want to do the same here, and we can copy and paste these to everything later. 3. So nothing should change, right? So that was good. Nothing changed. We increased the index here. Sorry, we increased the index because we increased the size of the range that we're looking at, because we want the timestamp. Okay, how do you get timestamp? We'll do this. We'll do food court A to A is greater than today minus 1. Okay, so this will only get it if it's greater than today minus 1. So today is saying, this is how you sort of use timestamps. You're like, today minus 1 is everything from yesterday to today minus 1. So let's see if that's works. So how can we test if this works? Well, we can just come here, change this timestamp to 2 days ago. Let's go back to food court. And it still works. Well, that sucks. That didn't work. Wait. We didn't do... Oh, it did work. Oh, I only changed it on this one. Okay. All right, let's change it on here. That was silly. So we're doing comma. It worked. I just looked at the wrong one. Food court. Again, A to $A is greater than today minus 1. Let's copy this because I don't want to type it again. We're going to add it to this. So we want both of those indexes. All right, so it works, right? So after 24 hours, it's going to go away, and someone can claim it again. Well, let's say, let's tell people about that, right? Let's say right here, we're going to merge that. Submit a Hangout link for anyone to join you. Links go away. Tables can be claimed for only 24 hours. All right, let's make this nicer to read. Submit a link for anyone to join you and hang out. I want to be more descriptive here. This is... Oops. I can't. God, this is tough. Zoom links. What else is there? WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups. What else do people use? Google Hangouts. Anything you want. Let's try that. let's see if that works. All right, let's come back here. We want to copy and paste this. And this is going to be really boring. Oh, but we want to go back to double check that this works. We can double check each one. So now we have, what's interesting is these tables can only be claimed for 1 day. And they have a URL, they have a name, a description. People can submit, they just literally click on the button, claim this table. And food court 10, table 10. So that's pretty fun. I might make a video, I might link. Okay, so once I drop this on YouTube, I will probably put a link here to say how I made this. So if you were making it all the way here, you've made it. I think the last thing I probably want to do is put the border back here. I think I just demolished the border around this. So I want to put the border back and make sure that this mall has walls. This mall should have some walls. There's probably some issues with this, but we'll figure it out later. I wonder what the issues are going to be. That's not going to work. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this video, end this video, thanking you. We have accomplished that all of the tables will go away in 24 hours. They will disappear. They appear only for 24 hours or 1 day. That we use today minus 1. Let me recap what we did. We created a new level, and in this level, it's a food court that is only available for an hour, a day. Because I mean, how long? Like, this is not like a store, right? Storefronts last for years, but if you're gonna go hang out with your friends at the table, you're not gonna spend more than a day there, right? You're gonna spend the day there. We're gonna go to the mall, hang out with our friends, give them a place they can only claim for an hour. Oh, you could also probably, okay, you could probably do an hour. I thought originally I was going to do an hour, but then I realized, like, it's probably not enough time for a virtual hangout to be available, but actually probably should be only an hour. So what you could do, how would you do an hour? Oh my God. If you want to know how to do an hour, I literally don't know it right now. I could probably figure it out. Has to do probably with something like now. But now the wheels are turning. I don't know how to do it. But if you want to know, you need to email me. And if nobody emails me, and if no one else wants to know how to do it for only an hour, then I won't do it. But if somebody wants it, if even just one person emails me, I will try to make a video, and I will definitely drop it on YouTube. It'll be available for members first. I make better sheets, literally bettersheets.co. If you want to make really cool Google Sheets, if you want to make your Google Sheets better, if you have a Google Sheet. So this show, the series you're watching right now is called Sheet Improvement. And if you want to know how to make your sheet better, email me, and I'm more than happy to make your sheet better. But you got to make it available for the public. You know by submitting your sheet that everyone will see it. So submit your sheet for everyone to see and see how I would make it better. You've now seen sheet improvement for my own sheet. So I made this for Doc. This is Doc's Virtual Mall. Make sure you go and if you like seeing hour-long videos of how people make stuff, you should definitely check out Doc's channel. Go to docsvirtualmall.com. It's in the parking lot. You will see this link, Doc's Build With Me YouTube show. Go check him out. If you want to learn how to do better sheets, go to bettersheets.co. If you want to, I don't know, what else do you want to do? If you want to hang out with your friends in a virtual mall that you make yourself, you can copy the sheet and you have a virtual mall. You get a virtual mall. You get a virtual mall. Everybody gets a virtual mall. And by the time you see this, I will have put all 4 walls on this mall, and it'll be available for you to claim this table for a day. Thank you so much. Come hang out with us in the Facebook group. If you're watching this today, this is still available. You can come hang out with us in the Facebook group. And have a great day. Bye.